All right, let's talk trash. Seriously. If you've ever thought about living in Sapporo, Japan, you need to know that taking out the garbage isn't just a chore, it's a skill. So today, we're going to break down their super detailed garbage sorting system so you can handle it just like a local. But before you think this is just a whole bunch of complicated rules, you've got to see the bigger picture. This entire system is the heart of Sapporo's Think Green initiative. It's a massive citywide effort to build a way more sustainable future. And they have a really specific goal. The city wants to get the amount of burnable waste down to just 100 grams per person per day. I mean, that's less than a deck of cards. It's a huge goal, and it only works if everyone is on board, which is exactly where all this careful sorting comes in. So to get you up to speed, here's our game plan. We'll touch on that green ambition, then we'll look at the one tool you absolutely need. After that, it's a deep dive into the sorting categories. We'll figure out what to do with those awkward big items. And finally, I'll introduce you to the secret weapon that makes it all so much easier. Okay, so before we even think about separating plastics from paper, there is one foundational piece of this whole puzzle that you have to get right from the very beginning. That's right. Whether you're tossing out some leftovers or an old frying pan, everything, and I mean everything, begins with this one specific item. And here it is, the official, designated, paid-for garbage bag from Sapporo. You have to buy these, they're totally essential. But here's the twist. This one yellow bag is for both your burnable and your non-burnable trash. The only thing that changes is the day of the week you put it out. All right, so you've got the magic yellow bag. Now for the main event, what actually goes inside it? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of the sorting categories. First up, burnable waste. This is going to be your most common category. We're talking kitchen scraps, just make sure you drain off any liquid. It also includes stuff you might not guess, like old leather belts, rubber boots, and even those squishy plastic tubes for things like toothpaste. Oh, and here's a pro tip. Used cooking oil goes in here too, but you have to use a solidifier on it first. And as you can see, the variety is just massive. It's everything from food wrappers to dirty paper towels. These are all the everyday things that, once you sort them correctly, are headed off to the incinerator. Next, let's talk about non-burnable waste. Now remember, this stuff goes in the exact same yellow bag, but it gets put out on a totally different day, and usually it's only collected once every 4 weeks. This is for all the things that just can't be burned. Broken mugs, a busted toaster, old metal pans, and yep, even that broken umbrella. So here's the crucial thing to understand. Even though you're using the same bag, the city is relying on you putting it out on the correct day. That's how they make sure these items go to the right processing facility and stay out of that incinerator. Okay, now we get to the good stuff, the things that aren't waste at all, but resources. These are your recyclables. And the best part? They're collected for free. But you've got a little homework to do. For glass bottles, cans, and PET plastic bottles, the rule is simple. Empty them out, give them a quick rinse, and pop off the caps. The caps usually get recycled somewhere else. And you'll notice these items are put into clear or semi-see-through bags, not the yellow ones. This lets the collection crews easily see that everything's been sorted right, it's clean, and it's ready to become something new. This next category, this is a big one, and it's where people can get confused. It's for plastic containers and packaging. The key word there is packaging. This isn't for every single plastic thing you own. The secret is to look for this little symbol, the PURA mark. If you see that, you know you're in the right place. So, this includes things like the trays from the supermarket that your veggies come in, plastic yogurt cups, instant ramen bowls, and even those plastic bottle caps and labels you took off earlier. And just like the other recyclables, you've got to give them a quick rinse. All right, rounding out our main recycling groups is paper. This seems pretty simple, right? Newspapers, magazines, cardboard boxes, but there is one very important rule here that's key for collection. You have to bundle each type separately with string. So, no mixing your Amazon boxes with your old magazines. By bundling them up like this, you're actually making the whole recycling process way more efficient. Clean, sorted paper is a really high-quality material that can easily be turned back into new paper products, which is, the whole point. Okay, so what about the big stuff? The things that are definitely not going to fit into that yellow bag, no matter how hard you push. Well, don't worry, Sapporo has a system for that too. It's called Sodai Gomi, which basically means oversized garbage. This is for your furniture, old bicycles, big electronics, you name it. But you can't just leave it on the curb. You have to actually call the reception center, schedule a pickup, and then go buy a special processing sticker from a convenience store to slap on the item. So whether it's an old desk you're getting rid of, a bookshelf, or even a big suitcase, they all fall under this special collection system. Yeah, it's an extra step, but it makes sure these bulky things get handled the right way. So by now, you're probably thinking, wow, this is a lot to remember. Burnable, non-burnable, 3 different kinds of recyclables, plus oversized stuff. How does anybody keep all this straight? And that's a totally fair question. Picture this. You're standing in your kitchen, you've got some weird plastic container in your hand, and you're thinking, wait, does this have the PUTA mark? When's the next non-burnable day again? It can feel like a pop quiz every time you go to the trash can. Well, of course there's an app for that. The city of Sapporo has an official garbage sorting app, and let me tell you, it is a complete game changer. It has a search function where you can literally type in any item, like light bulb, and it tells you exactly what to do with it. It's also got a collection calendar that sends you reminders so you never miss a trash day. It's basically a sorting expert right in your pocket. So there you have it, the complete rundown on how to sort trash like a true Sapporo pro. It's incredibly detailed, super specific, and it's all working towards a really big environmental goal. And that kind of leaves us with one last question to chew on. Now that you've seen how it all works, could a system this detailed with this much buy-in from everyone actually work where you live? What would it really take?